It is 5 minutes after 10 p.m. Central African time. If you have just joined us, welcome to it. This is African Diaries. The name is Shayla Ndikumana, and I keep you company all the way through to midnight in Central African time. Of course, helping you kickstart off your weekend. Speaking about kickstarting off your weekend, in the next 2 hours, prepare to relax. No deep, intriguing, conversations that will enter into your personal space. No. Today is relaxed, okay? And before we get into our relaxation for this Friday evening, we have to thank the team that is the team of Africa World Hour. Catch Tsepiso Makwetla next week, Monday. That is between 9 and 10 p.m. Central African time. Now, what to expect in the next 2 hours? So we kickstart off by just rounding off conversations that were hosted on Channel Africa, of course, through the African perspective lens. And we look at shows such as the Rise and Shine team, On the Move, The Upside, Africa Update, Africa in Business, and we'll touch on a language or two in just a short bit. And that is our roundup feature. Then we have our Friday Cozy Corner feature. And today we have an opportunity to touch base with none other than Buffalo Soldier, who will be joining us in studio. The life and times of Buffalo Soldier will be explored, but also what will be nice is we'll get his thoughts and views on some peculiar subject matters, of course, teaming this up with a quiz of kinds. And then we hear from Kondwani Nyamasauka, who is going to be giving us that top 6 love songs feature, and that will be in the second hour of the show. We'd love to hear from you. Find us on WhatsApp, +27 63406 9126 for updates on the shows as they go. Find us on X, on Instagram, and on TikTok at Channel Africa 1, on Facebook at Channel Africa Radio. And then for the live stream, the audio visual stream of each and every single show from in actual fact, I might be misleading you there. So let's say from 6 a.m. all the way through to midnight in Central African time, you have the opportunity to watch your favorite radio jock speak to you. You get to have this conversation where it's not just audible anymore. It's not just audio. It's you having a conversation with someone you can see, someone you can relate to, someone you can send a text to. That number again, +27 63406 9126. It is 8 minutes after 10 p.m. Central African time.
Annika Longi sur Channel Africa.
Nous allons à présent dérouler notre tapis rouge pour accueillir notre personnalité du jour, l'artiste chanteur Sheky Frey, qui est en ligne de Guinée avec nous.
Je suis un artiste guinéen, un créateur, un styliste, et je fais un peu ce qui plaît à mes fans. Voilà, c'est un peu ça. On a beaucoup de genres de trucs à faire, mais bon, pour le moment, on est basé un peu sur le rap.
D'accord. À quelle période de votre vie avez-vous commencé à vous intéresser à la musique, Sheky?
Bon, je crois pas qu'il y ait une période, parce que moi, je suis un mélomane depuis mon petit âge.
Annika Longi, tous les dimanches sur Mix Vibration.
Africa Speaks on African Diaries with Shayla Ndikumana.
Wanziri wena wanzipengiso Oh wanzihlanyiso Hlanyiso You make my heart do like this You make my heart do like this Oh Wena wangu Munu amina Umburi usasekile we umbamu I really love you girl I really love you Rasanguna nzikubonu Smiling like a star Standing over there Nzikumani wanna lose you 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 Shining like a star Imani wanna lose you Shining bright like a star Nzikumani wanna lose you Oh Imani wanna lose you Mono wa mi no
When the sun goes down, we don't stop the talk. Channel Africa, the best nighttime radio.
Yes, I
African Diaries, weekdays, 10 till midnight.
What keeps you up at night? Darling, always remember you are a diamond light. You are a diamond light, the love of your life. Mare one utsepile man, one untuipeile shore. When your whole world was around you and all the love surround you, thought that they'd always be there. What do you want from me? What do you take from me when all I had was me? Why do you lie to me? Why do you hide from me? Shine, shine your light, shine your light. Mare one utsepile man, one untuipeile shore. When your whole world was around you and all the love surround you, thought that they'd always be
zochitika ndi madaphiri kamlondola wazochitika pena paliponse.
Mabizinesi osiyanasiyana mdziko la South Africa ayamba kukhoma msonkho wa 30% akamagulitsa katundu wawo ku dziko la United States of America. Ndipo pano tili ndi katswiri wa zachuma mu dziko la Malawi, Dr. Bertha Chikadza. Boma la South Africa masiku apitawo linanena kuti ngati America akani kutsitsa msonkho, bomalo lipeza misika ina. Mungatifotokozere kuti ndizotheka South Africa kupeza misika yomwe ingabweretse ndalama pafupifupi 15 billion US dollars zomwe imapezeka ku misika ya ku America.
Tinene kuti izizi zitha kuchitika koma sizingachitike mwa pompopompo chifukwa tikaonetsetsa izizi zokuti inali msika wa dziko la America noni msika wakukhazikika umene dziko la South Africa linali likuzolowera kale. Tsono kuti tingonena kuti dziko la South Africa lipezanso msika mwina mwasangasanga kuti lizitumiza katundu wake mwina zisizingachitike pachokuti tikunena papa 15 billion dollars ndi ndalama zambiri ndithu.
Zochitika ndi madaphiri lolemba mpaka lachisanu pa nthawi ya 7 koloko kufikira 8 koloko madzulo pa Channel Africa.
The Midnight Snack, 12 to 3 a.m.
Young couples or young people that are getting married, we often hear of divorces, that they're getting divorced, and it's quite worrying because when we attend these weddings, we want to see these people flourish and celebrate 30-year anniversaries. What do you think is the main challenge that is facing newlyweds?
We say that tell me how you were raised and I'll tell you how you love. So when we see people getting married, that's not where the relationship actually. The relationship starts with how you were raised, what you were familiar with, because we are attracted to what we are familiar with. If you don't have a background where love was prominent, where love was authentic, it's going to be very difficult for you to manufacture that in later life. So our upbringing has something to do with it.
The Midnight Snack, every Monday, 12 to 3 a.m. with Chanduko Ligege. From Cape to Cairo, every beat tells a story. It's African Diaries on Channel Africa.
It is 22 minutes after 10 p.m. Central African time. If you have just joined us, thank you so much for choosing us over the rest. This is African Diaries. At 10:30, we will be getting into our cozy corner and we'll have an opportunity to touch base with Buffalo Soldier. He is representing Zimbabwe on the playlist, but also in studio, and that's going to be really fun to experience. Let me just tell you about the songs that you listened to. We ended off there with Mposibina coming in with Tsepo. Before that, beautiful music by Mash Sarila, and that one titled Mutuamina. And then kick-starting off, in actual fact, before that, we had Sona Jobarta and that one titled Seya. Beautiful triple treat. I see that it's all women. I know that my technical producer's being very intentional. Well done to you, Tito. Listen, if you want to chip into this conversation, if you want to touch base with Buffalo Soldier as well, you're more than welcome to do so. Find us on WhatsApp, send through your questions, your commentary, and of course, let's get to know the man better. Find us on +27 6340 69126. For now, it's back into the music.
Nighttime radio, just the way you like it, on Channel Africa, where the night comes alive. The story that moves the continent. It's on African Diaries on Channel Africa.
I put nothing above you. You know I put nothing above you. So many lies, but girl, you're the truth. And I'm so proud to call you my boo. I stick with you just like a tattoo. Forbidden love like it's taboo. Don't care what anybody might do. We put the haters in a review. My eyes have seen her. So many shit on the streets, and I've been through places you've never been. I know be small picking. I don't chop breakfast, lunch, and chop dinner. My heart is cold like the winter, but you want me up, Angelina. So I give unto Caesar what is Caesar. Girl, you like my work, and it's giving love. You can have it all. I put nothing above you. You know I put nothing above you. So many love, but girl, you're the truth. Girl, you're the truth, and I'm so proud to call you my boo. Stand by you. I will stand by you. I thought I told you I really love you, and I don't care who had you. It's such a nice view. It's just me and you. You make the sky blue, the moon obey you. Hello, hello, share you the hear me. It's weather for two, do me gentle. Wacha kama ferawa, wacha kama ferawa. Oh, my eyes have seen her. So many shit on the streets, and I've been through places you've never been. I know be small picking. I don't chop breakfast, lunch, and chop dinner. My heart is cold like the winter, but you want me up, Angelina. So I give unto Caesar what is Caesar. Girl, you like my work, and it's giving love. You can have it all. I put nothing above you. You know I put nothing above you. So many love, but girl, you're the truth. Girl, you're the truth, and I'm so proud to call you my boo. Hello,
We are on Open Views Audio Bouquet. Channel 628.
KFC street wise kusirire kunyepa yanga zirumba taisa tamata vende mukonyo sabaluba mapesi yangu eza ini yaiduba zimbara mushumba ini rairuma inini nana muchawa yainga watoma chirikizi chikangoona napashoputeti nine masina tumi una sistreni naive nasisoni ndiri mufomi tichirowa mazitapo tape record tichigadzirira sound clash kwamati soundi inina na chundo na diva soul shungu iwe shungu shungu mafome shungu shungu iwe shungu shungu mafome shungu shungu iwe shungu shungu mafome shungu shungu iwe shungu shungu mafome shungu. If I can make it out here, I can make it anyway. One thing chandaga season. If I can make it out here, I can make it anyway. I'm about to talk on money. Can I go for what you I remember Pandaka Pezza phone for Pakaro what in the Wema was not biggie bones. When Munu Waira Vazana Nemangonjo. Natiraza Mugeto. I take a sister with my real money. I be there for get trouble. Just like Robin Hood.
Them rob the rich and give the poor people. Yes, you got this kandanga one mushumani I go my label. Get to the city, I supply wanna be. You got to katangira osaka in my piro. I beg them to chiro my condos. I did decide my rope. Chinyenga my baby a donut. Monday unde market. Shungu iwe shungu. Shungu my phone is shungu. 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 If I can make it out here, I can make it anyway. One pinch and I got season. Why would you? If I can make it out here, I can make it anyway. I'm about to talk on my game, and I'm going to say yeah.
34 minutes after 10 p.m. Central African time. This particular song, released about a week ago. His name is Buffalo Soldier, and this one is titled Shungu Mfumbi, and he features Biggie Bonzo, and he joins us in studio. Listen, I had a whole entire intro prepared.
Yeah.
But before we get into that intro, what does the song mean?
So the song is Shungu just means ambitious, or being ambitious, and then Mufumbi is the hood. It's like where I came from. But let's say like where I was, born and bred type situation. So
Yeah.
Mufumbi is that is the hood. So I was just saying like being ambitious. I was ambitious of making it when I was in Mufumbi. It's like a song about and I'm talking to Mufumbi like it's a person as well. Like the hood,
Okay.
type situation. Yeah.
Okay. If you've just joined us, that was the voice of Buffalo Soldier, who's more than just an artist.
Yeah.
He is a cultural force known as the King of African Dancehall.
Yeah.
Buffalo Soldier has built an international reputation through his powerful performances. This across South Africa, Zimbabwe, Swaziland, Malawi, Zambia, Nigeria, and even at the White House in the US of A. What were you doing there? How did you get there?
We was there with one campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, so we was it was a bunch of African artists that were like ambassadors at that time.
Yeah.
So we went there for the African Summit with the one campaign. Yeah, I think it was led by Bono of U2. Yeah.
Wow. And how was that performance? What was your experience?
Well, it was for me. It was like it was all. It was at the time. It was at the time when I just like quitted. I just like giving up on the music. I think 2014, 2015 at that time, and then I was like, yo, man, I'm giving up on the music. And then at the very same time, so many things happened. Like I got nominated at the awards, and then that came, we were picked with the ambassadors and whatever. I was like, how God just brought me back in. I was like, yo, man, I'm done. So everything was just like, for me, it was just almost like, yo, man. But I just like, when you go in, when things are happening, but you was like, hey, man, but I was like, if it's over type situation.
Sure.
So I was excited. At the same time, I was like, yeah, but it was a great opportunity at that time, and
Yeah. Sure. Welcome to the Cozy Corner on
thank you for
the
having
African Diary.
Yeah.
And we are pleased to have you. I think what's interesting is that you've been in the game for over 10 years.
Yeah, more than
right?
That,
yeah, way past 10 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's celebrate the decade that
exactly.
has been.
True.
My question is, don't often hear artists say, listen, I want to give up, unless it's like this public, thing that's put out there, and then everybody's like, no, come back, and then they come back.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the realities of wanting to quit.
Yeah.
What was the case?
So look, I mean, for me, it's not about. I'm not gonna talk about like depression or whatever. I'm not, I always say like I was raised tougher than that. At first, I went through so much to everything that I can be like depressed over anything. But I can also want to give up. Like if I see that, this it's just like stressing me like back to back. Like every time I release something, because it's stressful for music. Every time you drop something, you gotta go through what you gotta go through to put it out there, and then you get to a level where like, yo, man, it seems like I'm not really getting to a certain reach or pinnacle that I'm
by this time, at a stretch of time, I was like, it's already like 7-8 years. At that time, I was like, man, maybe let me just like, try something else, man. And then probably use the connections that I've made, do the music and stuff like that, which I did at that time. And then I was like, no, let me venture also just try to do some side businesses and then just do music at the same time and see. But if it just, then I just shift once, you know what I mean? If this works out,
Yeah.
But it was obviously, the stress of like, you're independent, you trying to push everything yourself, you trying to do everything yourself. And, it gets to a point I was like, yo, man, it's becoming heavy. And also music is expensive, you know what I mean? Like, well, with that time, it wasn't that expensive, but now it's expensive.
We're going to talk about that expensive nature of business in just a short bit. I want us to go back to Buffalo before the fame, right? Buffalo before the accolades, before the biggest name in dance hall in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Who was Buffalo then?
Well, then it was just like like that the song says shungu, just being ambitious, or just some, just like, because I've always been a daydreamer, like I would probably like sit and just be like zone out,
Yeah.
and just like daydream on things I would watch or I would have watched and then have fun, just like visualize it type situation.
Yeah.
So being that I think I spent a whole lot of time visualizing and planning my not career, but just the future. That if I'm to, because I really recall trying to tell my homies like, yo dog, because I was in a group in the beginning. It was in the hood with a small group called Intelligent Rockers Crooks. So at that time I would tell the homies like, yo man, do you see what's happening in SA, dog? Look, they've launched Mnet. The time there's Mnet there.
Yeah.
That one decoder. Yo, let's go there, man. Yo, man. You see, there's a channel that's there that's playing music. Just dope channel all the time. Yo, let's go. Homies are like, dog, man. We ain't even made it here. Like, we're not even that big in the hood. Like, you know what I mean? Just in our hood, nobody knows us like that. We see you striving here. I'm like, yeah, that's a whole idea. Because we struggling. Let's just jump it. And they never really saw it that way. But I was like, yo, man, if I get a chance to come to SA, I'm gonna come through, and push. So it was always like, the dream, that, you know what I mean? And for me, like I said, I always used to just visualize things. I'll get lost in that and believe in it.
That's fair.
And you kind of end up being like, you delusional type vibes, but when you believe something that's like unreal to the reality that you're in and the society that you're in, they're like, yo, dog, come on, man. You can't be dreaming about such things, So
okay.
That? Yeah.
Interesting. So your Delulu was the Salula.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Thank you very much.
I hear it. I want to gauge, and I'm saying this is a personal question, right? So whenever I look at your brand, I used to think you were for the reggae nation. That was the movement. When did you switch up? What happened?
So with me, right, I was never. So okay, so we always used to separate the Rastafari, the religion, or the culture. Well, the Rastafari, they always say like it's a way of life, basically. It's not like the religion. So I used to always separate, because I was never a Rastafari, right?
Okay.
But I was a reggae and a dancehall musician, the artist. So, hence, I could eat meat and all that stuff. Because if you you can't eat meat and all that stuff. But I came from, I could eat meat, so there was a difference between being the artist and actually living the Rastafari, life and so forth. But so that was the situation, because there was always that confusion, like, yo, man, you're supposed to be a reggae culture and be like, I was like, yo, no, but if you look at your artists like your Beanie Man, and because and a good thing for me, like, I got to really rub shoulders with them, because I was criticized a lot, at the time, like, yo, with the Rasta community, most of the people, that felt like I was selling out type situation. Like, if you're gonna be, in the culture, well, the way they perceive it here is like, you can't swag, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gotta keep it like, article. You gotta keep it like, you know what I mean? But you can't swag. So we because I was with DJ Waxy, so we changed most of the, the look. Like, yo, dog, you can, you could actually be like dancehall artists were swaggy as well. You know what I mean? Like, so when Beanie Man and them started coming here, and then people started saying, and when I was rolling with Beanie Man, I was like, this guy also be loving designers past anybody. Like they want to wear Gucci's, they want to wear all that. But it was always the art had nothing to do with the way of life and certain people. And there's still other people that also believe in the Rastafari, but don't dress like the Nyabingis and the Bobo Ashanti type situation. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, that brings some clarity, some level of clarity.
Yeah, level.
So, do you speak Jamaican patois? Yes, no.
Yeah, I do speak Jamaican patois, but I speak also normal English and I speak my language. But the Jamaican patois came with the culture of the music. It's like rappers.
Okay.
Swinging, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So the patois was the language of a reggae dancer for us, you know what I mean? Like you gotta be able to speak patois to be able to sing and dance. But that's before we started differentiating, before we started, like, let me say, putting a little bit of origin, a little bit of Afroness in the dancer music. When you are chanting in dancer, there has to be patois. You know what I mean? So, you know, we had to learn speaking patois, and some of us learned we had a lot of cultural exchange with Jamaicans that were in Zimbabwe at that time. So we learned from like the likes of your Jabbies, the way like Jamaicans that were doing what they call sound systems, like what your Jazzy and Admira was doing here with the reggae nights, with the whole like proper reggae dancehall nights. So we learned from that because we would go there. They'll give you a microphone, you know, drop a rhythm, and then you start chanting from there. So that's how we learn how to, you know, run the rhythm and thing.
Come on, I was waiting for that.
Yeah, man, that we learn it, you know.
Come on.
Yeah, man, respect.
The voice of Buffalo Soldier. He is an artist. He's the founder of United Nations of Africa Records. I want to get into that in just a short bit. Listen, if you've just joined us, welcome to it. This is African Diaries. We're currently in our cozy corner, and we have an opportunity to unpack the life and times of Buffalo Soldier. If you want to send through your questions, do find us on WhatsApp, +27 6340 69126. Buffalo, United Nations of Africa Records.
Yeah.
What was the aim? Who are we targeting?
So now when I moved to SA, we were in GP and Moy Street. There was a studio there, like that's the Hillbrow area. There was a studio, and most artists used to go there. I remember there's I could name drop at the time. You know, I remember I met Mukharimbe and them were there. You know, it was Sister Bettina at that time. They were doing this. Quite a vibes aside. Yeah. So, but it was a studio where it was a situation where a lot of African people used to just meet up, like different types, you know what I mean? So we met up with, I met up with a artist from Ghana. His name was Instinct. He was a rapper. Then I met up with another guy from Soweto. His name was Papsidi. He was a rapper also. Yeah. Then I met up with another guy as well from Ghana. His name was Turas. And he was a bunch of African artists, you know? And then we formed it, that time, because like, yo, man, as long as, because everybody used to book their own studio time and come and stuff. I was like, no, but why don't we just amalgamate and try to do it together? Because then it will probably be easier to get a deal, to strike a deal as gang, you know, bunch of us. But also inspired with the situation that there was like squatter camp. There was so many other groups that were there was more groups that time. Yeah, that you know, your Bongo Muffin, your Boom Shakas from that side as well. So we decided, like, you know, let's form a crew. So we formed the crew called Street Disciples. So from there, I already got an idea of African artists coming together, and also just like looking at the dream from the whole dream of Selassie, trying to unite Africa, Kwame Nkrumah also trying to unite Africa. I was like, yo, man, why don't we just like, but when I look at us, I see United States of Africa, and I see like Africans coming together, and nothing can unite people more than music. Yeah. And I was like, yo, if this could work, we could use this as, you know, a way to really like send a message uniting people through the music. So I was like, you know, United Nations of Africa, UNA music. So I started moving like that.
That's very very familiar, that story, in actual fact. Same as Bob Marley, no?
One of, yeah. Exactly.
So with that being said, how far did we get?
Well, look, I mean, the rest of the guys not around anymore. Some of the guys are in the US. They moved to the US. Some moved back to Ghana. But I know 3 of them are in the US. Popsito, I think he took up a corporate job. But most of the guys traveled and moved out, and it was just me, and representing, and it's for everybody. So,
That's fair. That's fair. Is
Yeah.
the dream still wanting to create one African market?
yeah, for me, I was disappointed. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the cable TV. I don't know if it's okay.
Yeah.
But I was disappointed when in the beginning it was one feed, and then the later on change it just start becoming only southern the SADC region, the East African and the West African. But in the beginning it was just one feed that could broadcast to everyone. That is why when we came out, at the time we came out at a time when you drop a song now, everybody in Nigeria knows, in Ghana or Kenya or whatever, because it was one feed. But now it's like, so I felt like we went back again, like 10,000 years back again, because we already had something that was going to bring us back together. It was going to be easy for music to be out there, coming from any part of Africa.
Yeah.
And people could be heard without the difficulties of marketing that we have now, reaching out. But the dream still lives, because like for me, if we had to go to the depth part of it of your Gaddafi's and the actual dream of uniting Africans, just the opportunities, just if you just want to think of how Africans could, how much we could make ourselves as one Africa, as one data. You know what I mean? The money, we will not need to trade with anybody. We just trade amongst ourselves.
I mean, that's a theory
what I
that people. That's a theory that we see applied in every sphere, right? You think of the political landscape. You think of the desire for free trade across the African continent.
Yes.
But there are things that segment us, right?
I know.
Outside the realities of maybe music.
Yes.
Right. And how do we mitigate that end, in your opinion?
For me, like, right, there's always this thing that always come up, and every time people mention like, having one data in Africa, right, it means that how do you control? In fact, let me just move. Let's say if we have borderless Africa, right? One always question, then how do you control crime? How do you control that is? And then I say, no, but if you have one data, right, then you can control everything. Then all government, obviously, because of government secrets and whatever and stuff, but I mean, everybody's accessible. So when you come to South Africa with your passport, they already have your details because you have one data. So if you do crime in Mozambique, you do crime in whatever, it's one data. You know what I mean? Because I always say, like, every time when something big happens, Interpol comes in, but they have the data. They can collect data from that, and they can, so why don't we just have one African data, and then have just one African and use one passport and just, I once had a session with the time when we used to work in Braamfontein with Kunle Ayo, and he worked with that time he was working with Brayu Masekela. Then he came to the studio and he was talking to us. He was like, he was telling us a story about him, the time when he was in exile with Fela Kuti and them, that they used to have a Monday off day of like no reason, don't reason. It's a day off of thinking. Nobody thinks. We don't want to think anything that is like productive or whatever. Rest the mind. And he was telling us that time, was like, but we would find ourselves after smoking weed and we start talking about the dream of having a train that will run through Africa. From Cape to Cairo, just have one train. Imagine in Africa we have a goods train just running up. It's not transporting people, but it's a goods train. The business that we could have just as Africans. And he spoke about how an African is not a foreigner in Africa. It was just, it's so much that we could speak about when it comes to if Africa can be led to be united, and and obviously it's always hard, it's always difficult for that to happen because it's different leaders, different how the system is and how they can approach. Today everybody will agree, and then tomorrow they approach this one leader. Next thing is changing his mind.
But I think outside
always
that,
the situation, yeah.
they are the realities of bilateral ties,
Mhm.
right? And these bring you to different affiliates. And if these affiliates are opposing,
Mhm.
then you naturally are opposing.
Mhm,
And I feel
mhm.
like Africa has always found themselves in that position where we're not necessarily the lead of the conversation.
Yeah,
we're just
yeah.
taking the side of our
Yeah.
friend, if you will.
Yeah, because we're the going deeper. We are
Mhm.
the industry.
Okay.
We are the company.
You need to explain that.
But we are okay. So Africa, in essence, is not is a business for the West. You know.
Okay, I see you trying
Yeah,
to be
and then-
diplomatic.
Yeah, and then
I see you
and then
trying
they
to keep it cool.
And then the accommodation, just let them leave. For example, I'll give you an example. Like I went to Congo.
Yeah.
And I understood why Congo will never be developed, because it's intentional. Why they want it to stay that way, because it's a mining ground for them. Why you gotta develop it? You know what I mean? Why do you need it to be modern? Why do you need to look like Dubai or whatever? It's a mining ground. No one is mining in Dubai, but they mining outside the places they want to mine. So Africa's part of the company that. So that's how I look at it. When I look at it is when they look at Africa and they having their meetings there, they just be like, we just like a company that they a company that the workers have to live in there. But then the workers went in and just started having families, and now they want more, now they want a little bit. Okay, build them a little bit or da stuff like that, right? But I still feel like, as much as South Africa is the highest, the most developed country in Africa, we still is a company to the Western world. So, and then our leaders just look like they're the bosses of the company. The foremans and the supervisors, you know.
Oh goodness.
But once you always had the rebel amongst them, which was like your Gaddafis and them, who was rebellious about the whole. It's like, why do we have to continue needing them? So every time you wanna come and do that, they take you out, or we don't know what really happens, but allegedly, so that's what just happens. But I just feel like it can always be like a dream that we have, to dream one day that maybe Africa would be united. But on this earth, there's a song that I once did called Judgment, and it talked about, if there's no justice on earth, then maybe there's justice after death. There's only it's to be justice
that's
somewhere.
Intense. That is
There gotta be justice
extreme.
somewhere, because I say that because I
Yeah.
felt like it's not a winning battle. However you want to look at it, like, what I mean, like, I don't think, because it's nothing that we can, because I always say, like, there's nothing that we can say, or we can think that we can't be woke more than our leaders are, our African leaders. I feel like they just accept certain things, but so we can never be woke. Then they're saying there's something that is tying them down, not to be able to have that revolution going on. Something.
The voice of Buffalo Soldier joining us this evening is more than just an artist. You can hear he is a cultural force. He is the crooner behind UNA Music Group. And he joins us today in the Cozy Corner as we get to know him a bit more. Of course, exploring his interests in some of his latest releases. If you have questions, find us on WhatsApp +27 6340 69126. It is 4 minutes to 11 p.m. Central African Time. Let's talk dancehall.
Yeah.
Dancehall music, if I'm not mistaken, I remember that there was a prime in the give or take 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. There was a hype around it.
Right.
And you can correct me because you're entrenched in the music culture.
Yes.
I saw it sort of drown into Afrobeat.
Kind of, yeah.
And so the people who appreciated dancehall swiftly moved to that Wizkid, that Davido push. How do we revive? How do we get the people back?
Look, I mean, this is how I look at it. I feel like it evolved Well, in Africa mainly.
Yeah.
So Africa had always been looking for a cooler sound, a sound that is that could be cool for us, because remember we've always had African music that was either too traditional or Africans trying to be sound American, like they always used to say, South Africans want to sound American when they rap or they sing R&B, or even when we do dancehall music, right? But because of the percussion and the congas and the certain melodies that dancehall always had, it was relatable to Africa. Yes, music, the sounds came from Africa, the drums came from Africa, but the reggae and dancehall was it evolved in becoming their own digital sound that is no longer Africa. Yes, you could hear the congas and most of the time, because everything that brings out congas is Africa. You know what I'm saying? So the melodies, well, when we want to talk depth to the frequency, right? The frequencies of the music, will always have that rhythm that we could relate to. So when Afrobeat was pushing, because it's not all of Afrobeat that sounds like the original Afrobeat or Fela Kuti, but it's also evolved in a way, which takes / dancehall music, which would take / high life from Ghana, well, West Africa. I don't want to say Ghana anymore. No, but it originates from it's like the whole Jollof argument, So, but the thing with it is like it diluted itself. It took that here, mix here, mix that, it became a punch of some sort, because it took a bit of, but it has more roots of like 60% or maybe 40, 50, 60% of dancehall in it. You know what I mean? And half the time, most of these artists, most of them, they were always like, they had a little bit of reggae dancehall in them. Like, for example, if you look at Burna Boy, he was like a dancehall artist before he later on be like, yo, I'm just going to go maybe with more of the Fela Kuti vibes and then infuse it with it. But he was more of a dancehall artist. So that's what happened. I don't think, and dancehall didn't die in the fraternity. You know what I mean? It never died for the people because the people that are, it's a culture. You know what I mean? Reggae and dance is a culture. So the people that are with it never switched up. You know what I mean? It's just like the generations that is coming now, that's not really clued up. You know what I mean? With maybe the dancehall sounds and stuff like that. But the people that's always been with it, they've just always been with the sound.
Yeah.
But then you have fans that were like, oh, we now have a cool sound. Also, that's Africa. Oh, there's Afrobeats. Oh, like now. Oh, we now have a cool sound that's piano. There's always been quieter music, right? But there's always been also house music.
Yeah.
But it will always be like a niche crowd that's following a certain. We mess with house music, or we mess with deep house, or we listen to quieter, but I want to listen to hip hop. You know what I mean? I still want to be like, because the people that want to be hip hop, the hip hop heads were hip hop heads. You know what I mean? If I listen to it, because that's the thing, because it was never cool.
Yeah.
So African urban music was never cool. But now African urban music is now cool to that level. You know what I mean? So dancehall, kind of the African one kind of shifted more. You know what? Like, we could also just listen to Afrobeats now. You know what I mean? Because the dancing, we just. So I felt like that's what happened. And also because the dancehall sound changed to what people not really. They want that old school digital. How do I put it? The Sean Paul, Beenie Man era, Sensima, that type of vibes.
Yes.
And now they don't like the new dancehall that's there. It's called the trap dancehall. Where the beat is changed a bit and. They're not really like into. So most people like the dancehall that used to take you to the dance floor. You know what I mean? And that's not there anymore like that.
So would you say these authentic genres, your dancehall, your kwaito, your hip hop, would you say they've transcended into sub-genres?
Yes, they have.
That will live lifelong.
Yeah, definitely. And we keep on doing that. And another, so because because the thing is, it's not. If you've noticed now, artists are now. So everybody plays smart now because of like, yo, a year from now, we don't want to sleep and wake up. The sound has changed. Everybody's on that now. Everybody's on some walk. Like, yo, okay, what could be the next sound? What could be the next sound? Because every other sound that hit people by not by mistake, but it's almost like that because nobody expected it. People were just doing, oh, yo, let's try that. Oh, let's try that. But now people are like, yo, hold up, I'm a piano might be the next best thing, and then all the Niger artists move, and they start messing with the piano, and then they're like, yo, okay, no, but we can't sound exactly like the South African piano, so we're gonna be like Afro piano. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like when we was doing dancehall music and it was still not reaching your Beenie Man or your what you call it, Vibes Cartel, and we was like, okay, then it's this Afro. You know what I mean? Then it's like Afro dance. So it's like the same thing. When hip hop is not really sounding like American, we're like, okay, then let's put Vanek in it. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So it'll continue being like that. You know what I mean? Like subgenres coming in. From now, I mean, from here on, but we gladly now we have African sounds now.
That's
that,
fair.
you know.
What's the most popular form of music in Zim, genre, if you will, in Zimbabwe?
Zim is a bit complex, but
yeah.
So we have traditionally, right? We have a lot of genres. I'll tell you that traditionally, because we have I'll take it to everybody's always clued up on all of them too, but there's other what you call it, legends, the great artists that of his era, like Thomas Mafumo.
Yes,
he was he ended up moving to the US. He was a big artist, man. My father actually was in his band. My father used to play saxophone. He used to play for him. He plays. It's more of a tradition. So they used to call his sound. He used to call his sound Chimurenga sound.
Yes,
which is revolutionary. And then, but then it's also like GT. Comes from a lot of folk music, of GT music, which was the music that you could remember before we had a sound system that would just use. It was it was the drums, and then they were singing, type vibe. So it comes from that. So you have a lot of other musicians. There was musicians like James Mumbe, and one of our biggest group ever came out of Zimbabwe. There was a group called Bundu Boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, what you heard there, they were also doing GT music as well. It was GT, which was our traditional type of music. There was GT. There's also Mbira music. There's also a bunch of genres. Besides the other, the one that later on came in, like your Sungura music, with your like Macheso. It comes from your Leonard Dembo. So those were the like I said, like that type of genre music that the youth didn't find cool. You know what I'm saying? That is a sound that, like, that's where, for example, like maybe you hear when we had your Mama Millie Makeba in them, and then maybe your maybe if you go back as far as maybe the times of let me say artists like your Ray Petey, your what's the name? One of Sticks.
Hot Sticks. Mabuse.
Mabuse, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it will be music that the youth will still wanna let's maybe jump on when they were listening to quieter music, but they will still wanna listen to hip hop or listen to American music and stuff like that. We later on had to like say, okay, there's dance, we listen to dancehall music. How do we localize it? And then the local artists that were in Zim at the time, I was already in SA. Local artists in Zim decided to start, doing a lot of Vanek on it, change the sound, also trying to relate the dancehall to kind of sound, like the Sunguras and the local type of vibes, and still continue running with the dancehall music, which later on becomes Zim dancehall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now there's hip hop also in Zim that's popping, which is now Zim hip hop. Because they just so it's just like, you know what I mean? But to say we have a kwaito, we don't have that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To say we have a amapiano, we don't have that. We only have that, for example, like the Zim dancer that we've made our Zim dancer. But when you have artists like a friend of mine, Ja Preza, he's doing traditional music, the type of music that Oliver Mtukuz and him were doing. But he's more of, he's more traditional, because Oliver was now a bit of jazz. At the later stage he was sounding a bit jazz, and sometimes you could relate with it with South African. What's the South African one? The one that's the U Maseka and them were doing. What's it called again? What's the name of the sound, man?
Which sound?
Like the Brayu Maseka and them, and the Ray Peary and them as well.
Oh, I dub it jazz.
Yeah, but I know it's jazz and
yes.
Afro jazz, right?
Yeah.
So he had a bit of that with infusing with the Zim traditional music, with the GTs and so forth. But till now, we artists are just still bouncing around, trying to find a sound. Yeah. Basically, that would be an urban sound for the Zim youth, like the urban artists, basically. Besides the Zim dance, so I think hopefully we'll find a sound and experimenting. But the sound that we have is that sound, the GT.
Songora music.
That is what we have.
I found that Chimurenga is subject to Thomas Mapfumo only.
Yeah, he's just his music. It's look, that's why it's the folk. It's coming from the folk music, the Mbira music. It's coming from that GT sound. He's just naming it. That's the Chimurenga sound at the time because of it was revolutionary. He was singing more of freeing the people type.
Like Fela.
Yes, like Fela was doing. He's actually a Zimbabwean Fela.
There we go. There we go. Fela, yeah. It is 9 minutes after 11 p.m. Central African time. If you have just joined us, this is African Diaries. Shayla Ndikumana, but I'm not alone in studio. I have the one, the only.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say your name in
Buffalo Soldier.
There you go.
Yeah, man, they wanted on the Buffalo Soldier. So me I say.
And I wanted that. Yeah. Listen, we're going to take a quick breather. When we get back, I'm going to quiz you. Because you came in and you spoke Patois.
Yeah.
I think it's only fair that we quiz you
on
reggae music.
All right, cool.
Right? You ready? Awesome. A break for now.
Yeah.
Africa in Song with Chanduko Ligege.
So when you think of African music, you think of Kwasa Kwasa, high life music from West Africa, Afrobeat from West Africa, of gospel music or faith music or spiritual music. But when we think of reggae music, we go to the Caribbean, and if it's Africa, we only think about Lucky Dube. Well, I'm here to introduce you to some reggae music from Africa. Salif Keita with Dakan Fair from Mali, and I must say this one was a real shock for me because I never had imagined Salif Keita on a reggae beat, but listening to him, it just proved to me how versatile he is as an artist, because you'd be expecting him to be on that vibe of West Africa, of balance, but he really proved that he is very versatile, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Africa in Song with Chanduko Ligege. Africa Speaks on African Diaries with Shayla Ndikumana.
It is 11 minutes after 11 p.m. Central African time. We're still hanging with Buffalo Soldier. I hope I said it correctly. And it's time for that quiz. This quiz excites me because a few things happen, right? I think the individual notes that, listen, I need to learn more about where I'm from, or whatever occupation or whatever is being questioned. But also, there's this pleasant surprise when they realize that they know more than they think they know. And I like that more. And I'm hoping that will be you. So it is multiple choice. Right? I'm going to start off easy. 10 questions.
All right.
And my guess is that you will have 8 out of 10.
Okay. Hopefully.
Yeah, come on, you can do it. You can do it. All right. You are dubbed the king of dance hall, and I believe that you are highly integrated into reggae music. So this is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Question number 1. Who is widely known as the king of reggae? Do you need me to give you options for that even?
Well, Okay, it to be. I'll give two though. But widely known mainstream is Bob Marley.
Okay. You see, you're even about to give us more. Give us another one for 10 and 12 and
Peter
16
Tosh.
marks. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
True. Question number 2. Which country is the birthplace of reggae music?
Oh, Jamaica, yeah.
Question number 3. The offbeat rhythm that defines reggae music is called?
The offbeat.
Yes. Do you want your multiple choice options?
Yeah, give me the multiple choice.
One drop, ska beat,
Okay.
backbeat, dubstep.
One drop.
Come on, I told you, easy peasy lemon squeezy. What? Question
I didn't know
number
that
4.
they call it offbeat. We just call it one drop. So
It is one drop. And then question number 4, which reggae legend was also a part of the Wailers?
oh yeah,
Do you need your options?
no, Baniwela. Oh, not Bob Marley.
Choose an option.
Wait,
Choose, brother.
Wait. You said the what?
The Wailers.
Yes.
Which reggae legend was also a part of this band that's called the Wailers?
And it's not Peter Tosh.
I'm going to give you, because I haven't given you options.
Let me see. You need options.
Okay. A. Lucky Dube. B. Buju Banton or Banton.
Banton, yeah.
C. Bob Marley. Or D. Alpha Blondie.
Bob Marley.
Are you sure?
Yes, Bob Marley.
Well done. You got that correct. Question number 5.
That one
Lucky
it confused me because I'd already spoke about Bob Marley a long time. I was like, yeah, but I know it was Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Yes.
I was like, okay, but anyway, that's why I was like Bunny Wailer or something.
No. Bob Marley.
Okay.
Bob Marley it was. Question number 5. I think that's the group he started with, in actual fact.
Yeah, he started. He was in the Wailers. Yeah,
He was in the
Bob
Wailers.
Marley and the Wailers, yeah.
Question number 5. Lucky Dube, Africa's reggae icon, was from which country?
He was from
Come
Zimbabwe, South African player.
What's that debate? Let's unpack that debate.
I don't know, man.
The reclamation there.
But,
What's going on?
I think Zim people always like, because remember, we in the southern region,
Yeah.
we always been like really like the reggae people and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
and Lucky Dube coming from here, and then South Africa's not really reggae. Like it's not mainstream. And reggae in Zimbabwe is like mainstream. So we'd always think that somebody who's that perfect in reggae music, like, because Lucky Dube was perfect. Like he was like on point.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, man, you should be coming from Zim. So I think that's why that whole.
So this is speculation.
It could be just speculation because I don't have any proof of that he might be from Zim, but I feel like it's just speculations because there's never been anything.
I think this reminds me of the Uncle Waffles saga where she was being reclaimed.
I got you. Yeah.
Question number 6.
Yeah.
Which instrument is most central to reggae music's rhythm? Do you want your
It has to
options?
be the bass line. It has to be bass guitar.
Bass guitar.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
But I used to be bass.
Well
If it's-
done. Well done.
I was gonna say it's
well
wrong.
done,
I was gonna say
well
y'all wrong there.
Question number 7. What is the spiritual movement often associated with reggae?
The spiritual movement. Oh, the Rastafari.
Tell me more about the Rastafari.
Oh,
What's the belief?
So the origin. So the Rastafari, right? The belief is like from obviously Haile Selassie. Well, the thing is, remember the story behind it is like he traced himself to because he's a descendant of Solomon. So he managed to trace himself there, or the people that were there's the people that traced his roots to Solomon. So it becomes the descendant of David and
Yeah.
what was it, man? Of David. So that is where I don't think, because when we used to discuss further about it, it was never about like he never claimed to be the son of man, like but I think people saw him as the son of God himself, El Selassie, the son of man is, but I don't think he ever claimed it. But I know that he did trust
His lineage.
His lineage to Solomon, which is
Yeah.
proven even to be right, even with
Mm.
But then the Rastafari movement obviously came from there, and from because because I still don't want to say like people would say that they worship. I mean people worship him, but I feel like he's a path to God. It's creator. Yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
Question number 8. Which African reggae star was the first Zimbabwean artist to perform at the White House in the US of A?
It was some other guy called Buffalo Soldier.
Some other guy.
Yeah, some other. It was this guy called Buffalo.
Question number 9. Reggae evolved out of which earlier Jamaican genre? Again, that question. Reggae evolved out of which earlier Jamaican genre?
It has to be. They used to. Isn't it skank? It used to be. They used to call it skank music, man.
You're close. Do you want your options?
Give me the options again.
So you have high life,
Okay.
Afrobeat, calypso, and ska.
It's ska.
There we go. And then the final question for the evening. What is the main message most reggae songs would try to spread?
It was always a revolutionary for me. Well, like Bob Marley said, it would be release yourself from mental slavery. So it was always to uplift the people, take people out of bondage, basically freeing the people.
Freeing the people, indeed.
Freeing the people.
Buffalo, you can't leave without doing some Patwa freestyle things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, for the people, for the movement, and everything else that comes with it. Let's hear it.
From you are made from flesh and blood. No man a bigger than God. Them a know the whole of them boy, them a fraud. Yeah. No man a bigger than God. You are not God. You are not God. Again. No man a bigger than God. Boom. So me I say done as Buffalo Soldier, the dog God, the King of African dancer. Yeah.
Come
Don't
on.
know. Respect.
I am screaming. Listen, we're expecting some new releases from you on the 16th of September. Motherland is coming out. Where do people find it?
So it's going to be on all DSPs. It's going to be on all digital platforms. Your favorite ones, whichever one that it is, if it's Spotify, if it's iTunes, it's going to be up there. So for me, that it feels like, because I've been quiet for a minute in terms of albums, man. It's like 4 years now. I think. So it's like I've just started fresh, like I've just refreshed myself, and I feel like, yo, man, I'm getting that opportunity again. So
it's time.
I think I've not outdone myself, but I think I put in some work on this one.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. We love that for you.
Yeah.
Buffalo, this has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us in studio, stepping into the cozy corner and, just having a fun time with us.
Thank you for having me.
The voice of Buffalo Soldier. It is 20 minutes after 11 p.m. Central African time. He's an artist. He's a cultural thespian, if you will. He's a singer-songwriter. Listen, I don't know if you call them Patwa rappers. All of the above he does. He's a Patwa chanter. That's what you call it.
So dancer chanter, basically. You'll be a reggae dancer chanter.
Reggae dancer chanter.
Yeah, so like saying, instead of saying rapper, you're a chanter.
And that is who he is, folks. 21 minutes after 11 p.m. Central African time. Some music.
Your passport to Africa's untold stories. Only on African Diaries. Weekdays, 10 till midnight.
I'm not a feeling. I never even planned to hurt your feelings. It was just a moment of weakness. Already man them, can I get a witness? It's not easy to conquer all temptations. It's not easy, yeah. It's not easy, yeah. understand me. It wasn't intentional. Understand me. I never meant to break your heart. It was one of them silly circumstances. It wasn't intentional. If you can't understand me, then overstand me. I never meant to break your heart. I never meant to disappoint you. Always put you last minute like impromptu. Me know say love is only for two. But man, I got less got to have a whole crew. Ooh, I know you deserve better than me. Ooh, the devil you know is better, baby. Who no listen to your friend, them the one of them girl, them just so come jealous you. Them just so want you not the streets, baby, give me that line, I mean I manipulate you. Understand me. It wasn't intentional. Understand me. I never meant to break your heart. It was one of them silly circumstances. It wasn't intentional. If you can't understand me, then overstand me. I never meant to break your heart. Understand me. It wasn't intentional. Understand me. I never meant to break your heart. It was one of them silly circumstances. It wasn't intentional. If you can't understand me, then overstand me. I never meant to break your heart.
Nighttime radio, just the way you like it, on Channel Africa, where the night comes alive.
Beautiful music coming through there. That was Buffalo Soldier, that one titled Understand Me, released 3 weeks ago. 24 minutes after 11 p.m. Central African time, he joined us in studio, and we were enjoying the cozy corner, getting to know him a little better, and of course quizzing him on reggae music and the culture of reggae as a whole. Time for us to get into Hot 6 or Top 6 love songs, and this we do with Gondwani Nyamasauka.
The battle continues. Last week, 6 artists were eliminated from the show, namely Your Maps from Zambia, Onesmus Music from Malawi, Davido from Nigeria, Gun Freva from South Africa, Tawanakira from Zimbabwe, and Diamond Platnumz from Tanzania. Who do you think will be eliminated from the show today? I'm Kundwan Nyamasauka, DJ K Vibes. Let's get this party started with a super mix.
I'll be on the phone, calling you tonight. I wanna make you show me, make we know the fight. I don't wanna sleep alone, wanna hold you tight. But I fool my eyes, but I'll be alright. Forever, on my laptop, on my keto, on my sheet on. Say them go feel it, them go run it down. Them go hold it, them go. Say them go feel it, them go run it down. Them go hold it, them go. I be talking to myself, and I don't even notice. She got me feeling like a zombie, and she dey shoot like Chuck Norris. The way she put her body down, you got me falling truly. I just touched down when I see you now. I've been on the phone, calling you tonight. I wanna make you show me, make we know the fight. I don't wanna sleep alone, wanna hold you tight. I fool my eyes, but I'll be alright. Forever.
Nakulela munsoni no wafya. Nobody Kontandiza kunchosa mavuto.
nobody kwenzele somunileke ngokwelebo angono chawe unisiye ngokwelebo angono chawe nakulila musonino wakhe nobody untandiza kunchoza mabuto nobody awe mafuno kono imafuno kono suziba kwenda sokono nakula na mabuto mana nitagona ni mafuno kodo suziba mwena piko mabuto na kula mulongana nitagona ni mafuno kodo kalani basi ni micheze malo kwena choka ni misozi chabe kalani basi ni micheze malo mwena pita ni misozi chabe koma boya makuna libena mozi chetekelo changa chanile tabano.
Yeah, the hits keep coming.
Pita kwanu baby Tunde ukuteko patu You've been on my mind all day I just want to see you darling Kamaliza makanyu Find me, I'll be waiting for you Kaweruka kunchitopo I just want to see you, darling. Taduta nikuone, tabwela susachedwa. Taduta nikuone, tabwela susachedwa. Taduta nikuone, tabwela susachedwa. Taduta nikuone, tabwela susachedwa. Oh my baby, come over, I miss you. Oh my darling, come over and kiss me. Oh my baby, come over, I miss you. Oh my darling, come over and kiss me, baby. Tapera, my baby. Tapera, my darling. Tapera, my baby. Tapera, I really miss you, babe. Can you comfort me? I got so much stress, you're my medicine. When I'm down and you're far, I can find my way.
When I look in your eyes, all I see is paradise. Give me your hands right now. I need the taste of your sweet fire. Me wanna look in your eyes and say nakupenda. I wanna hold you tight from the morning till the night. Oh, auntie, when you touch me, all I can see is your love. Put it on me, want your body, oh my baby, you're amazing. Auntie, when you touch me, all I can see is your love. More you not see, so now I see. Meshamu, you go be my baby, be my honey, my baby, be my sugar, my baby, be my lady, oh my baby, you go be my baby, be my honey, my baby, be my
baby nyami feke, okwamona yoki. All I want you pune cause you want it now, okay. I wanna be the only one that you call it darling. Oh, what a man got to do to call you my lady. Oh, for a million years I go they do when you move. I like it the way you move. I like it, baby.
My babe, be my honey. My babe, be my sugar. My babe, be my lady. Oh, my babe, you go be my babe. My babe, be my honey. My babe, be my sugar. My babe, keep it natural. My babe, oh yeah. I'm in this journey with you, my woman. Oh. My remedy, my only one. Oh. Loving only you, my mokwano. Kwachana tuzi kwe labda. Auntie, when you touch me, all I can see is your love.
The battle begins. Here are this week's Love Titans.
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Nigeria. You are safe. Burna Boy is intact with a sweet love.
I can shield your heart from danger. Want to be more than just a stranger. And if the stars align in my favor, then every night you and I still go there. Seen it not the skies and I feel it not the air. Feel my body lifted. Let my mind go drifting. Hold me in your arms tonight and don't leave me, cause I won't let go. Hope that at the end of the night you're leaving with me anywhere that you want. I want to give you love. Sweet, sweet love. I don't wanna make no mistake. Got to get it right every time. So I play my part to make sure that we survive it. I'm giving you all my affection and time and all my love. And I don't wanna act like I don't know. Feel like fire, burning desire. Need you by my side, by my side. I want to give you love.
Zambia, Chidewan, is still in the show with Love is a Beautiful Thing.
Download it from ilovezmusic.com.
Everything you do, remember, boo. Body would treat you the way I do. Ningaoneke chipuba but no I'm not. Kukutema wimona mungulu. And everything you do remember boo. Nobody will treat you the way I do. Ningaoneke chipuba but no I'm not. Kukutema wimona mungulu. Love is a beautiful thing when you have somebody to love you back. Swear love is a beautiful thing. Nobody in se kupapatina. Baby, love is a beautiful thing when you have somebody to love you back. Mama, love is a beautiful thing. Nobody in se kupapatina. I do anything you tell me to do, just for me to win. Yunga mututu. Iloma mbiwa kwene komulundu bubububu. Tamuna nomba sola kofe. Kawalu fyanya nashita torareti. Niwo munati naliba desperate. Ukajibukisha when it is too late. Fila walwilo mweo time ya separate. Nimbe nalikomena. Ukukusha na voya na majizumina. Mure waja ishiba vona mona. Mvido vimo vila babuja bantusha mona bobo. Panomba twani puma. Tulima following monomba liani puma. Fema liantama patuli wachipumo. Kute mwana kukubine mwa kutia kutuka. Osoli keyu wenyewa. Nanishiba wanintema nalikubiliva. Ulembukisha kastori kakumutima. Chidulika toli kumutima. Kwandula sani kama bebebe. I believe with things that I get. Wasani po kegelo balilekele. Wangani pepa mukumbuse. I still believe that love is a beautiful thing when you have somebody to love you. Swear love is a beautiful thing. Nomba inelio sikupapatia. Baby, love is a beautiful thing when you have somebody to love you. Papa, love is a beautiful thing. Nomba inelio sikupapatia. Mutima wangu ukuvwa, watilizo langu ukumbwa. I'm crying out to you, I keep bleeding alone. Why would you take advantage of me? Change you till identity. Do you like the sight when I bleed? Change you till identity. Ooh, ukanie when ikaluka. Ooh, nufuma pone. Somebody to love you back. Love is a beautiful thing. Somebody need you to kupapatina. Baby, love is a beautiful thing when you have somebody to love you back. Mama, love is a beautiful thing. Somebody need you to kupapatina. In everything you do, remember boo, nobody will treat you the way I do. Ningaone get you silo mumenso yako.
Zimbabwe, you're well represented with the Orianos Kambonga.
Shake your pom pom, feel my Kamboga. Rock your pom pom, oh papa. Zero doing indino perera, panino kuona modi wandino merera. So chataura, sezi ndino terera, sezi marerudo, mabibi no sinina. Wanda fakure, ndriba bizautare, mirandi gare pasi mira, izore, chinambo jerudo, ndikufambire, kanzi yokerudo, ndikuambire. Nide pakuvira kwasuwa baby ndiringe, ondo tangu inindire, simarerudo, baby ringa sinire. Nide pakuvira kwasuwa baby ndiringe, ondo tangu inindire, simarerudo, ewaringa sinire. Ndikatindizo chaiso, kana usipo ndo ona namo. Mukoma sheo pani, mwana andipa mufaro chibunza ano. Kwanda vakure diriba, bizotare, mirandi kare pasi mira, gizorore, chinungo jerudo, ndikuvambire, kanziyo jerudo, ndiringe. Ndide pakuvira kwasuwa baby ndiringe, ondo zangu inindire, simarerudo, baby ringa sinire. Ndide pakuvira kwasuwa baby ndiringe, ondo Baby, come closer. Rock your bam bam. Beyond the itakunge kamboga. Utizida zide. Kunyango sina kukoda. Wakanaka, kunyango sina kukoda. Shinzwaka, silisa. You got to answer different. Protect your body, be like a demon. I like it when you flow like cement. Many souls, one body, be like a lizard.
South Africa, yeah. Tyra is still intact with a breeze.
I don't wanna be in the world without you. Baby, I don't wanna let you on my side. I don't wanna ever break away from you, or the light might go away. I need you in my life. Let my smile bring you peace of mind, burning desire. When you throw your arms all around me, need to feel all your passion. You and I create magic. I discovered wholeness when you look me in my eyes. I see further than hindsight. Take me out my mind. Take me out my mind. You take me to bliss. Never found a love like this. Never found it, never found it. You take me to bliss. Never felt a love like this. Never found it, never found it. Lovely paradise. You're the coke to my Hennessy. Every turn leads you back to me. Burning desire when you throw your arms all around me. Need to feel all your passion. You and I create magic. I discover wholeness when you look me in my eyes. I see further than hindsight. Take me out my mind. Take me out my mind. You take me to bliss. Never found a love like this. Never found it, never found it. You take me to bliss. Never felt a love like this. Never found it, never found it. Lovely paradise.
Tanzania, your artist is still in the game with the Abigail Charms for you.
Sorry, boy, pass me the weed. I'm about to say some real shit, man.
I just wanna sing for my baby.
Having your times again.
I was tired of baby do this for me. And you came say, baby, do this with me. Yeah, my number one believer. She the forgiver. How can I leave her? It just part of my liver. I've been looking for somebody like you to play this part in my life. Beauty, mature like you. I'll be glad if I make you my wife. And that's how I feel it.
Me too, me too.
I can't explain, baby, how I'm feeling.
Me too, me too. Me too.
That's how I'm feeling.
Me too, me too. Me too.
And baby, can you feel it?
Me too, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Oh boy, my life till the end of time when our worlds collide. Oh no, we never meant for this to happen. And all that we've been through, they can't imagine. So let them say one, they wanna say no. We know love's not a game we play. I'm here to stay, 'cause I've been looking for somebody like you to play this part in my life. And someone sweet like you, I'll be proud if you make me your wife.
And that's how I'm feeling.
Me too.
I can't explain, baby, how I'm feeling.
Me too. You know I feel the same way.
That's how I'm feeling. And baby, can you feel it?
I can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel it.
Let's take a short break first, and as we return, I am going to announce the eliminated artist for the day.
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent. African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices. English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people.
Welcome back. This week, the eliminated artist is from the landlocked country, nicknamed the home heart of Africa. Sorry, Malawi. Dremo, your representative, is out of the show. The song titled Not Sorry, but I say Sorry, Malawi. Dremo is out. You can vote for your favorite artist on WhatsApp. Press 26599 4600266. Love is a beautiful thing, only if you are with the right partner. Until next week, I'll leave you in the safe hands of my beautiful sister, Shayla. Goodbye.
It is 50 minutes after 11 p.m. Central African Time. Kondwani Yamasauka giving us the absolute most. If you've just joined us, this is how we wrap up the African Diaries, this Friday edition. We had an opportunity to get into the cozy corner with Buffalo Soldier. I was about to say Buffalo, and I'm like, Shayla, stand corrected. That's not patois. You better do it right. Buffalo Soldier. Okay, I was about to say everything's Irie. Then I realized, Shayla, maybe know your place. And it's in broadcasting. It is 10 minutes before the show comes to an end. We are going to be touching base with Morris Touch of the Afro Republic. I want to hear your thoughts and views. Listen, if you had an opportunity to get into that cozy corner with us, let me know. What did you think? There's some very, very interesting points that Buffalo made specific to the African continent becoming one. The limitations, the things that hinder this development. And I thought, hey, that's something to look into. What was your take? I mean, essentially, he was saying that the African context at this very stage is not its own. And, you know, we abide by the, I suppose, rules of the game. He referred to Africa as the office or the business. That was very interesting. Listen, if you are like Shayla, I am lost. Head over to YouTube. You will shortly be seeing a clip of that cozy corner conversation with Buffalo Soldier. You want to find out on Channel Africa. We take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be with Morris Touch.
Africa's voices, Africa's journeys. They're all on African Diaries.
Ukatili wa kijinsia unaharibu maisha na kutenga jamii. Hutokea nyumbani, shuleni, kazini na mara nyingi kwa ukimya. Lakini hauwezi kuendelea. Ukiona, ongea. Ikiwa unaumia, funguka, kwa sababu kutofanya lolote sio chaguo. Sikiliza vituo vyote 19 vya redio kuanzia Jumatano ya tarehe 23 Julai kwenye mijadala, ushauri, tamthilia, maonyesho ya elimu na mahojiano na wataalamu. wataalamu, manusura, watunga sheria na nchi nzima iliyoathirika na ukatili wa kijinsia kwenye vituo vyako pendwa vya redio. Piga simu 0800-428-428 ili kuripoti unyanyasaji au kupata msaada. GBV, ikomeshwe na wewe. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwenu na shirika la SABC.
Nighttime radio, just the way you like it, on Channel Africa, where the night comes alive.
Seven minutes before the show comes to an end. In the background there, beautiful music titled Ganama. And that one, of course, will be the one signing us off alongside Prince Benza from the team, and it has been an absolute pleasure. I just want to thank the team that has been on digital. We have Butiwi Hlongwana and Elaine Vengani on production. This is technical. We have Tito Macau, and I am Shayla Ndikumana standing in for Nolo Babetsi as well. It has been a pleasure. Until Monday between 10 and midnight. Cheers.
Lungwe tuba nditowa ngambirine Lungwe tuba nditowa ndafa Kara ndichichwala ngambirine